What's up? It's 5-star, and these are my Week 10 picks. In the Thursday game, I'm going for Chicago over San Francisco. Now, as much as I would love for the 49ers to break the Crabtree curse, I think the Bears really need to win, and I think they're going to want it more than the 49ers. And Orton's going to come out, and he'll be back in his groove, and that'll be enough to get the Bears back on track. And in the Sunday games, I'm going for Atlanta over Carolina. Now, if the Panthers can score quick like they did against the Saints, they'll actually hold on to the lead this time. And if they can get the ball to Steve Smith, they might actually have a chance of winning this. But I doubt that the defense of the Panthers will be able to stop Michael Turner all day. And the Falcons will win this division rivalry. New Orleans over St. Louis. Now, after the Saints struggled against the Dolphins and then had a bad start against the Panthers, I thought maybe I'd call an upset against them this week, but then I saw they were playing the Rams, and I thought, maybe next week. Denver over Washington. Now, if the Broncos want to stay in the top spot in the AFC West, I think they need to come out and dominate these struggling Redskins and prove that they deserve that top spot over the Chargers. Tennessee over Buffalo. Now, Chris Johnson is going to run all over this Bills defense. That's a lock. But I think T.O. might not be playing, and Edwards is coming back. And I admit that the Bills are a totally different team with Edwards in the starting spot. But I think he's going to take a little bit of time to get into his groove again. And by that time, the Titans will already have enough lead to just toast to the win. Pittsburgh over Cincinnati. Like I said last week, the Steelers are looking exactly like the team we saw last year. And I think the Bengals are pretty good this year. But if they want to beat these Steelers, they're going to have to play damn near perfect and hope for at least 3 turnovers. And I doubt that's going to happen. Miami over Tampa Bay. Now, these Dolphins are my favorite team to watch. The way they run the Wildcat is like no other team in the league. And the coaches are the most creative in football. So I think the way they turned this one-win team 2 seasons ago into what they are today is amazing. And if they can do what they've been doing against these Bucs, it'll be an easy win. The New York Jets over Jacksonville. Now, these Jets are coming off a much-needed bye week, and they started really strong, but lately they've been in a downward spiral. So if they want to start coming back up to the top of the AFC East, they need to beat the teams they should, and the Jags are step 1. Minnesota over Detroit. Now, go easy on them, Favre. Actually, if I was the Vikings coach, I would just treat this as a preseason game. I put my starters in until they got about a 21-point lead, then I put in my second string and just coast to a victory. Oakland over Kansas City. Now, Chiefs fans got what they wanted this week when the Chiefs released Johnson. Now, will that hurt them in the long run? Probably not. But I think this game this week comes down to the running game, since both quarterbacks are known for the turnovers. And I think Justin Fargas has a clear-cut advantage over Charles. And if the Raiders can get McFadden on the field, it's a clear-cut win for the Raiders. Arizona over Seattle. Now, this should be a lock for the Cardinals. And it is a nice division rivalry between these two NFC West Battle of the Birds. But I think Warner came out of a slump that he was in that 1 week against the Panthers. And he came out strong last week. So if he can perform like that this week, there's no way the Seahawks can beat these NFC champions. Philadelphia over San Diego. Now, I picked the Chargers last week to pull an upset over the Giants, and they pulled through for me. But I think the Eagles lost a very important game last week against the Cowboys. And if they want to try to get back on top of the NFC East, they're going to need to march into San Diego and leave with a W. Dallas over Green Bay. And just like I said about them Eagles, Dallas needs to win this one if they want to stay on top of the NFC East. And they're going to march into Green Bay, get the W, fly back home for next week's game, and either have a 1 or 2 game lead over the Giants and the Eagles. Indianapolis over New England. Now, I always love this matchup every season, because it always feels like the playoffs have come early. And this year, I know there's nothing more than Tom Brady would love to do than to hand Indy their first loss, especially in Indy. But I think the Colts look way too strong offensively and defensively. And I know this probably won't be Peyton's biggest game, but as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, it'll be a big win for him. And in the Monday game, I'm going for Baltimore over Cleveland. Now Brady Quinn's getting his first start for the Browns since week 3, and he's getting it on Monday night. So I think that's a lot of pressure for him to be under, and this Baltimore defense is going to eat him alive, and he's just not going to look good at all. Well, that's my Week 10 picks. Tell me what you thought, and send me your picks. And I know I'm posting this on Thursday, so it's okay to leave me comments after the Thursday game, but try to leave me some comments about what you think about my picks before Sunday. And I'll see you next week.